Welcome to Lesson 2, Estimating Surface Area. Here we'll look at some reference for area measurements. Now, reference for 1 square foot is the size of a standard floor tile. 1 square inch is about the size of a postage stamp. 1 square centimeter is about the size of a computer key, the top of it. 1 meter squared is, say, the bottom half of a door. And we know that the distance between the floor and the doorknob is 1 meter. So if we consider the bottom half of the door, that's about 1 square meter. Now, knowing a slightly larger reference for area is helpful as well. 600 square centimeters is the area of an exercise book. So if I was estimating the area of my desk using an exercise book as a reference as opposed to a postage stamp would be a lot quicker. Also, determining the area of a large field, it would be helpful to know the area of a skating rink. That is about 17,000 square feet. Now, these are just some suggestions for reference for area. There might be others that you know. So example 1. Which square unit would you use to determine the area of a candy bar? Now, a square foot or square meter would be much too large. A square inch or a square centimeter could both be used, but a square inch is probably more appropriate. Now, to measure the area of a classroom, again, you can use a square foot or a square meter, but if there's floor tiles on the floor, then measuring in square feet would be much easier. Now for example 2. Judy estimated that a small rug in her home is 1 meter squared. What would be the approximate surface area of the cube? Now if I look at the front face of the cube and think of dividing that into 4 equal pieces, it looks like this rug could fit nicely into one of those squares. So that means the area of the front face would be 4 meters squared. Now there are 6 sides to the cube, which are all the same. They're all 4 square meters. So if I multiply 6 by 4, I can get an approximate for the surface area of the cube. Now for example 3. It says Ben is trying to estimate the surface area of his pool. He decides to compare it to a hockey rink, which he knows has an area of 17,000 square feet. Now he can skate the length of a rink in 40 strides and the width in 17 strides. Now he puts on his rollerblades and he takes a quarter of the amount of strides. So what is Ben's estimate for the area of his pool? So we know that this right here is 1/4 of the length of the hockey rink. So if we add another 3 lengths on, that would be the approximate size of a hockey rink. And same with the width. This only represents 1/4 of the hockey rink. So if we add another 3 on here, then we can get an idea of his swimming pool. So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4 swimming pools here. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are about 16 of his swimming pools would equal a hockey rink. So if I take the area of the hockey rink, which is 17,000 square feet, and then divide that by 16, that would be the approximate area of his pool. Now that works out to be 1,062.5 square feet.